Welcome, Aries. It's November 2014 and I'm in a good mood today. You know, we usually start these monthly horoscopes with the sign of Aries, Taurus, sequentially, and my producer said to me, Didici, you're always a little bit tight when you start with Aries, so I'm not going to get them to cut this time. I just wanted to start nice and easily into the month of November 2014 for you, Aries. I'm Didici Toth from astrology.com.au. And your mind is thinking completely differently. Mercury and the North Node, what we call Rahu, are together in your 7th house. So what that tells us, because there's some very important pairs of planets as this month commences. So I know firstly your thinking is really outside the box now, and so it should be. You mustn't be afraid of thinking in a different way than what you normally think. If you watch the introduction video that I just did, I was talking about the paradigm shift, the way of stepping outside of the way you normally do things. That's the theme this month, and in particular for you and your relationships, because that is exactly where this Mercury, which relates to your thinking, is posited. At the upper part of your horoscope, your ruling planet Mars is quickly moving to a very, very powerful conjunction of Pluto. That's in your career sector. So here we see the double whammy: different thinking, powerful eliminative processes of Pluto with Mars in your career sector. So the way you're communicating, the way you're thinking, and what you expect to achieve in your work this month is very, very different. Be careful though, Aries, because you have that dynamic, fiery energy at the best of times. But when you've got your ruling planet Mars mixing its energies with Pluto, this can be very, very explosive. It can be the sort of situation I've seen with many of my clients where they've just had enough of a particular environment or person, and on the spur of the moment they're likely to completely walk out, to eliminate that thing in their lives. So what I'm asking you to do, as I did in the introduction video, is to not simply eliminate all this stuff. I've always said that the wise gardener uses his bullshit as fertilizer. So yeah, we're all going through the bullshit of life. And what I'd be saying to you is that if you're clever enough, you can actually mulch that in a certain way to make it productive. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You need to really, really carefully assess the situation this month. Use that alternative lateral thinking that you have now and put yourself in a better position. Let me have a look here. We do see that there is a shift around the 9th when this Mercury moves into the 8th house. You've got 3 planets there as well this month. That's the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio, that element of Scorpio is dominating your horoscope this month. The 8th house, which is Scorpio, the hidden side of your nature, the hidden side of your relationships, all of these sorts of things are going to be very, very strongly focused throughout the month of November. And especially around that time when Mercury moves to this 8th sector, your thinking is going to be very research orientated. You want to get to the bottom of issues. If there's something about your business partners, your lovers, your spouses that are not sitting well with you, then you're going to ferret out the information until you're satisfied. So that's not a bad thing. The other thing about this particular part of your horoscope is research orientation towards your finances, especially finances that are shared with other people. Venus is in that area too, along with Saturn. We know Saturn's been there for a while. It's coming to the tail end of its cycle there in your 8th house. So we'll talk about that over the next couple of months, but you'll start to feel a lessening of that seriousness that's been going on in your life for the last couple of years. Around the 13th of November, we have a right-angled aspect from Mars, that Mars in your career sector, to Uranus. So leading up to that date is when I see some rather unexpected twists and turns happening. There could be something with respect to your employer or the workplace circumstances that you're in that could take you completely by surprise. So I always say to you here, if you're watching, expect the unexpected. there are some really, really nice shifts in the energy later in the month, Aries. We see Venus moving to the 9th house of your horoscope around the 17th. So that has a really different quality to it than what we see sitting there in the 8th house of, heavy spiritual, secretive, sexual, deep emotional, all that sort of stuff, to this more exploratory, traveling, higher educational energy. That is a very nice one. And Venus, from that point, will start to move into the upper part of your horoscope for some months. And this should give you the relief that you're looking for. The 9th house is activated again towards the very end of the month on the 28th, when Mercury moves into that sector too. So it's nice to see this 8th house energy, this serious sort of stuff, lightening up towards the end of the month for you. I might also add that because the month commences with an Aquarian moon, that's usually good to take you into a whole new circumstance with your social life. The acquaintances that you might meet this month will be rather different, and that should also offset some of the heavier types of energies that I've been talking about today. Now, I'll be here again next month, as I am every month. If you'd like more detailed analysis on this, I always refer you back to my website, astrology.com.au. Great source of information, not just your daily, but your monthly and your yearly horoscopes, with a lot of free psychic readings available there as well. Look forward to your company next month. Take care. Bye-bye.